Hello there, my friends. Welcome to the Star Wars Vault. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for new Star Wars content every week. Alright everyone, today I have a new fanfiction for you all. What if Darth Vader went to Dathomir to resurrect Mother Talzin? Our story begins 5 years after the Clone Wars and the rise of the Empire. The Jedi have been wiped out, Anakin Skywalker died, and Darth Vader was born. Now, after being the Emperor's slave for some time, Lord Vader has been eager to find an edge and restructure the power balance. He has been growing stronger and stronger in the dark side of the Force. The first several months after losing to Obi-Wan on Mustafar saw a lot of punishment for Vader at the hands of Palpatine. This initial stage of being physically restored by his suit was indeed a make-or-break time for the new Sith. While he was too focused on the past, such as his wife Padme dying, Palpatine grew angry and impatient with how pathetic his new apprentice had become. Darth Sidious constantly reminded Vader that he was the one to save him in his time of need. If the broken remnants of Anakin could not regain his strength, then there would be no use for him in the Emperor's eyes. Palpatine's warnings prompted Darth Vader to embrace his new reality and give himself fully to the dark side. Now, with years of training as a Sith, Vader has developed new ambitions. Under Sidious and his teachings, the former Jedi has learned a lot about Sith artifacts and the power of objects containing the dark side of the Force. With his master leaving Coruscant to oversee more progress on the Death Star, Lord Vader took this opportunity to experiment. He walked into the Emperor's office and took 2 spirit urns, which were very tall vases with Sith origin. He took the urns as well as the Sith spellbook that Sidious had given to him previously onto his advanced TIE fighter. Vader gets into his ship and sets course for none other than the planet Dathomir. It is here where the Dark Lord will attempt to bring a very powerful Night Sister back to life. He had encountered her once before, during the Clone Wars when he was still Anakin Skywalker. From the knowledge he gained then to everything Sidious has told him afterwards, Vader knows the mysterious witch was capable of many things. He knows about her using dark magic to restore her broken son Maul. He also learned from Palpatine about her death when Sidious enacted a plan with Count Dooku and General Grievous in which the cyborg achieved the killing blow on her. Darth Vader was all in on resurrecting the great Mother Talzin. Once the Sith lands on the surface of Dathomir, he searches in the area he believes her body to be laid. Frustration grows within Vader when he can't find Mother Talzin's remains. He can feel a strong presence, however, and swiftly brings the spirit urns down from the ship. Lord Vader begins to meditate and draw on the dark energy from the urns. With all of his focus on strengthening his connection to the dark side, Vader starts to awaken a very powerful entity. After a few moments, the once great Mother Talzin begins to physically materialize. She stands before Lord Vader. "Who are you? Why have you come to free me from death?" Talzin asks. "Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith. From my knowledge you were capable of many unnatural powers," he answers. "Ah, so you have come for my power. What is it you are seeking?" "I wish to bring my wife back from death." "Have you not just resurrected me from the dead?" "She is a non-force sensitive, unlike you who wielded dark magic and could dematerialize into the spirit world while you were still alive." So they say. Now tell me, why should I help a Sith? I've had quite the run-in with multiple Sith before my death." Lord Vader stands firmly and responds, "You and I, with our combined forces, can destroy Darth Sidious and rule the galaxy." Darth Sidious, so his dream of ruling all has finally begun. Well, I must say your offer is tempting. If I help you, I must be an equal, a secret one at that. You would serve as the public successor in order to maintain control of the galaxy. Yes, the Empire is already built. Our allegiance is necessary for the Emperor to fall. Now, if you are capable of resurrecting Padme, we must head for her tomb on Naboo at once. Mother Talzin nods at Vader and the two fly to Naboo, where they find the tomb where Padme Amidala was buried. Upon opening the crypt in which her body is encased, Talzin begins to work her spells and magics. While her power is rooted in necromancy, Mother Talzin is able to reform Padme in her most recent state when she was last alive. Padme is reborn and rises in front of the former Jedi Anakin Skywalker. The Dark Lord can't believe what he is witnessing. It's Padme, in the flesh. He couldn't help but walk forward to hug her. "I've missed you, Padme," he says. "I missed you too, Annie. It seemed too good to be true." She knows who he is and remembers the old Anakin, but is somehow not upset with what he's become. Vader notices that Padme doesn't seem to care how he looks or even the fact that he is now a Sith. He realizes that while she looks just like his deceased wife, something about the look in her eye was unsettling, as if she were caught under a spell. Vader decides to overlook it anyway. He's just amazed that he has his wife back. Talzin and Vader go separate ways for the time being, as they know attacking Sidious without a plan will fail. Mother Talzin goes back to Dathomir to draw on more of her regained power. Darth Vader flew around several systems to enforce Palpatine's orders for the Imperial Army. All the while, Padme was aboard with him on his Star Destroyer. A couple months have passed as Vader seems to have been in better spirits with Padme around him. They have good conversations. She tells him she loves him. Anything he wants to hear, she says. Anakin hadn't been happy in so long. It all felt like a dream. Meanwhile, as Talzin's power continues to grow, it unfortunately doesn't go unnoticed. Emperor Palpatine begins to sense Mother Talzin. He is somewhat in disbelief, since he remembers seeing General Grievous kill her before his very eyes. On top of this, he senses a plot to destroy him. He heads back to Coruscant to find his spirit urns gone. It all makes sense to him now. He hasn't seen Vader in months. His apprentice is trying to set a trap for him. Sidious uses the Force to draw out Mother Talzin. He does his best to locate her while staying undetected. "Ah, of course, Dathomir," he says to himself. Immediately, the Emperor flies his personal shuttle to the Outer Rim planet. This whole time, Talzin has been deeply focused with honing in on her dark magic. Unfortunately for her, it only left the revived witch unprepared for the Sith's arrival. Darth Sidious approaches Talzin from afar. She began to feel a familiar darkness and realized quickly it was the one who took her child Maul many years ago. Sidious was within her sight, and immediately she begins to fire her green force lightning toward the Emperor. Palpatine counteracts with his own purple force lightning. "So, you've come back to try and steal my throne? We both know you never had a chance against me, witch. You're lucky your apprentice is not here, Lord Sidious." "Ah, yes, I know all about Lord Vader's lack of loyalty. He will be sorry he ever thought to dig up your bones." The two powerful dark sorcerers put on a light show of thunderous powers, displaying storms surrounding flashes and bolts. Ultimately, the Emperor's power is too much for the Night Sister. Sidious gains full control and uses every bit of his being to electrocute Mother Talzin. He cackles loudly as he seemingly eviscerates Talzin into oblivion. Her spirit has been decimated from both the physical and nether realm. Lord Vader, who is cruising around the Outer Rim, is talking to Padme on his Star Destroyer. She randomly falls lifeless to the ground and begins to deteriorate, as the Mother Talzin magic has worn off. Vader crashes to his knees in devastation. He can't believe he has lost his wife once again. It is not long after his mourning of Padme that the Emperor has ordered Vader to meet him at the Imperial Palace on Coruscant. The former Jedi knew he was in some kind of trouble with his master, but he is too overwhelmed with what just happened to Padme, he can't think straight. Upon arrival, Sidious orders the guards to leave him and Lord Vader alone. "Did you use my artifacts to resurrect a Dathomirian witch, Lord Vader?" "No, Master, I did not." "Really? Mother Talzin doesn't jog your memory. Can you not admit that you tried to deceive me and still are?" Darth Vader paused for a moment. My master, I will not continue to insult your intelligence. I did what I did with the intent to overthrow you. That is the way of the Sith, as you have taught me. Palpatine's face emits pure anger. That only applies when the apprentice is powerful enough. Sidious pulls out and ignites a red lightsaber. He lunges toward Vader as the two mighty Sith engage in a lightsaber match. Vader is able to keep up as master and apprentice are very evenly matched, while Anakin was able to gain the edge for a second with his powerful strikes. Sidious resorts to what ultimately is Vader's crutch when facing his master. The Force lightning is ever so excruciating for Vader in his robotic suit. Any momentum he had built while saber fighting was gone. The contest was over. At this point, Palpatine was continuously torturing Lord Vader over and over with his lightning. He shocks Vader to near death, to which the cyborg couldn't move. Sidious looks down at his broken pupil. If not for a better apprentice out there, then I would kill you right here for your betrayal, he yells. This story finishes with Anakin growing more hatred for Sidious and himself. Also, he's still thinking of another way to bring back Padme after getting a taste of having her once again, even if only for a short period of time. And that is what would happen if Darth Vader resurrected Mother Talzin. I had a great time making this story. This fanfiction was suggested from one of the channel's subscribers, so I really appreciate all you guys for telling me what stories you want to see. And if you maybe noticed, we are getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, so once again, anyone who's not subscribed, make sure you click subscribe and get us to 1,000 subs. Thank you all who have stayed to watch the end. Now it's time for you to let me know what you thought of this. Did you enjoy this fanfiction? What other what-if stories do you want to see this channel make? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to force push that like button to support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I have my social media linked in the description, and I'll catch you guys soon with a new fanfiction. So until then, my friends, may the Force be with you.